Hi, welcome to Coffee with Pastor. We're going to talk coffee, current events at Grace Fellowship of Lexington, morning walk with Pastor Jim Schreiner, and we're going to also just have some great time of fellowship, talking about things in the Word, things that are on our hearts, what God's doing here at our church. We invite you to listen, to watch, to join us, get a cup of coffee, and just enjoy your time with us. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to Coffee with Pastor. We have a special episode today. It's still Coffee with Pastor, but we have a different pastor on today. We've got, drum roll, Pastor Eric Huster.
Yes, that's me. Thank you, Jason.
And you've been on before.
I have, yes. A couple times as a guest.
Yeah.
And it's been fun. I enjoy it. Typically more behind the scenes.
Yeah, you're more, so you are our administrative pastor.
Mm-hmm.
You do some preaching as well.
Yep.
But you do a lot of hard work behind the scenes.
Yeah, and that's where, honestly, I'd rather be. Pastor's talked about it a couple times. I'm not sure here on the podcast or not. But he said if he could do what he does behind the curtain, not to be seen, that's where he'd rather be. And I'm thankful that I get to be more behind the scenes, what I get to do. So It's nice. I don't do it for any type of recognition. Starting on, it's just something that, hey, I'm here to support Pastor and the ministry that's trying to take place here at the church. So it's been great.
All right.
So,
well, we are staying true to Coffee with Pastor. And so what are you having this morning? We kind of mixed it up this morning.
Well, Pastor will call it dessert coffee. So, as you probably have heard on here, I am growing more and more into a coffee drinker. It's partially due to Pastor, a lot to do with my wife, Sarah.
They say you are who you hang around.
So, we tried different ones. This is I think it's a franchise because it's multiple places, but we only have one here in Lexington called Dutch Brothers. And it was really cool this morning. No prompting or anything. It's just on my way in. Didn't have time to fix me anything, so I was like, I'll stop on by. They're kind of close, about 10-ish minutes down the road from us.
Yeah.
Pull up, and they have two people outside training. One person's in training, the other one, I imagine, is a manager. Pull up, and the manager just introduces himself and asks, hey, you work at Grace Fellowship? And I was like, yeah. He goes, the one off of Winchester? I was like, yeah. He goes, don't worry about it. Drinks on us today. So,
that's cool.
Blessing there. Not sure. Shout out to, I believe it was JC. So if you watch this podcast, shout out to you. Thank you for the coffee. Love it. It's a Golden Eagle. It's vanilla and caramel.
Okay.
It's wonderful. So, you don't know how our church or our people here at our church affect the lives here locally and around the state. And I choose to believe whether it's us just being a church or we've had a positive impact on him, that, it drove him to just bless me this morning. So I'm enjoying a nice
That's what we want. We want
coffee.
We want that positive recognition. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, amen.
Yes.
Well, I am having Lavazza this morning.
That sounds fancy.
I brought it from home in my fancy camping
oh my goodness.
coffee thermos. This is intentional too.
Okay. Yep.
So while we're having, and I'm even using Pastor's Harley Davidson camp coffee mug because current events we do the men's camping trip is about a month away.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a newer event that we've started. We're trying to kick off what we would call.
It even has a little cup. So
you don't even need this.
Yeah, don't really need it. Yeah, so you can use the little cup, or it has I think the top. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The top.
Oh, and you could just use it as
You could use it as a thermos, or you could take this off and you have a little cup.
That? Man, we aren't trying to promote products, but this is
pretty cool. So I was like, yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to kick off a little bit more of our men's ministry. We have a wonderful women's ministry. They do a Bible study each month and get together on various things. And we've realized that we're missing out on half of our congregation, which is men. So last year we kicked off a men's camping trip. We typically do it one night, just go and hang out. There's really no main agenda. It's mainly just Christian men of like faith come together. And it's not exclusively to Grace Fellowship. If this is something you're interested in, we're open to having you.
Yeah. And if you attend and you have, man, I'd love for my nephew, my brother, or they love camping. We would love to have them. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So we go out. I think this year we're going to Zilpo Camping Ground. So it's roughing it a little bit, but there's some facilities out there. Last year we went true roughing it. We went out to just somebody's farm and had no facilities or nothing. Had to just.
It was way out there.
It was about 2 hours from here.
I mean, when you're driving and you're like, we're going to get off the interstate or the parkway or whatever,
right?
And then it's like, all right, we're on a country road, and then we're getting off this country road. We're on a 1-lane road,
and not only that,
we're going to get off this 1-lane road. We're on a gravel road,
and then a dirt
road. I was like, where are we going?
And then not only that, we're turning onto some random people's property, and then just driving past their houses.
Through creek beds.
Yep.
I was glad for I was like, I think my car will do this.
Yeah, we barely made it. We made it, but we barely made it.
Yeah.
So it was a great time, though.
It was really
so good of a time. We decided, hey, let's do it again. And this time, I think we've convinced Pastor to join us this time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't hard to convince him. He may talk about it next week, but what he's going to be doing is glamping. Is what really he'll be doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what glamping is, it's pretty much you bring your house.
It's how much house can I bring with me?
Exactly, yeah.
And if you're wondering, so obviously Pastor Jim is not here on the podcast today. He is taking just a little rest. It's good to rest. Mm-hmm. And normally, because you know him, I know him, he'd be like, well, I'll do the podcast, or he'll do all the little things. He's like, he doesn't consider that. I'm like, no, that's still work.
Yeah. So it's really cool. I mean, it's definitely a stretch for him. Mm-hmm. And what he's bringing to the table, he's understanding rest more. And the great thing is he encourages us staff to take rest and not to be doing little things like this. But the thing is we're all watching him. And so we get on him when he's just like, no, I can do it. And we're like, wait.
Yeah,
you
hold on
told
now.
us, so you need to have rest. And it's really cool. Our executive assistant, Natasha, actually came to him and said, listen, I am going to schedule you for a week off. Doesn't mean you go on vacation or anything like that. You can.
Yeah.
I'm going to schedule a week off each quarter just to get rest. And it's very important. He's got a busy schedule even coming up. We just finished a busier schedule in July. It's great. We got a lot going on, but you got to find those times to rest.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
All right. So the men's camping trip, that is September 12th and the 13th?
Correct.
12th through the 13th overnight?
Uh-huh. It's a Friday to Saturday. Reason why we do
night.
that is we still do Sunday service. And we have several staff members, volunteers that come, and we don't want them to be potentially restless or, doing a huge event like that and then coming in and having two services to work through. So we just do it Friday to Saturday. We start Friday afternoon, and then we go early Saturday afternoon. So it's about a 24-hour kind of hang out together, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I'll just ask, because you're no stranger to camping. Right. It's not your first rodeo.
No.
What's your favorite thing? Can you pick something, a favorite thing about camping, about, it could be a memory, but just like, I really like this aspect of it.
Yeah. My favorite part, probably, there's different aspects into how I've grown up camping. I wouldn't say I'm your traditional camper that just all of a sudden got into it and was just like, I'm going to go out every other weekend and go camp.
Yeah.
Growing up, my uncle on my mom's side has a large farm, 100-plus acres. And just as a family, we get together and just hang out, learn some of the basic skills, survival skills, as I guess some people would call it. And so I got to grow up in that really cool environment of learning stuff like that, but also having a God-centered camping trip. And so the aspects I've enjoyed always is, I mean, you can't really beat s'mores over a campfire.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. I love that. I love the fellowship with people that you come out with, and you get to know them in a very open environment that's going to challenge you. Really challenge you. You can go through all 4 seasons on one night. It's amazing.
Yeah, you can.
And we had one night where we were camping, and we woke up to frost over top of us before. So you experience that, or you have to battle through a downpour of rain. And so the cool aspect of that is it's obviously no fun to be in that, but you get to see how people respond, especially Christ-like people respond in situations like that. You learn so much through it, good or bad.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy that aspect of just really everybody coming together and working together as a body of Christ, or helping show people that may not know Christ, who Christ is, of what a godly man is
Yeah.
in situations like that. So I truly enjoy those aspects of it. I know there's plenty we can go into,
Yeah.
but those are probably my top 2 aspects of camping that I look forward to.
That's cool.
What about you?
Well, so for me, I've done a lot of different types of camping. I would say, but a lot of campgrounds, and then some out in just the woods of someone's property or whatnot. I think for me, obviously, it's just the getting away from
Yep.
getting out into nature. Whether even if it's not even like, I would say hardcore nature. If you're at a campground and you have there are restrooms or showers and
yeah.
stuff, but just that getting away from sort of the not that we live in a big city, but that just aspect of getting away. And I think of all the verses where it said Jesus departed and he went away to a private place and stuff like that. I love that, especially early morning. It's quiet. Mm-hmm. You can get up, early, and it's just, it has such a peacefulness to it.
Yeah.
So I love that aspect of it. And then, even from the campgrounds or the community, like, what you talked about, there's something different about when you're walking through a campground, talking to people, or if you're at a campsite with your friends or different people you're meeting, like some of the stuff we've done.
Right.
Just getting to know people. And it's like you get off your phone and you just kind of disconnect, but you disconnect from one thing and you connect with a different thing.
Yep.
And it's really healthy, and you find great conversation, great people.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's so good. Disconnecting. When you were talking about that, I would have to, I'm not sure why I didn't say it at first, but I'm glad you reminded me of that. Is yes, you get out and disconnect. One thing that I always remember is you probably really enjoy it when you fish, but
Yeah.
kayak, even getting out. It's something about getting out on the water even makes you feel like you can break away. And so all aspects of when it's adventure, camping, whatever it is, it gets you away from your normal and allows you to disconnect, even for just 24 hours. It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be really great.
good. I can't wait.
So another current event we have. All right, make sure we're good on time. This is a couple months away, I guess. Is the night of healing, worship, and encounter. We have another one scheduled for October 12th.
Yes.
So that's a little ways out.
A little ways out. Do you mind us actually talking about one that's a little closer?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's actually something we started last year. It's called Worship Under Open Heavens and Baptisms.
Okay. Yes.
And so that one's actually going to take place Wednesday, September 3rd, I believe.
Okay.
So first Wednesday in September. So very similar to the night of healing, worship, and encounter. But we do it outside.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It's always a great time. I love those.
Yeah.
We've done two of those?
Two of those, and this
Yeah.
will be our third one.
Yeah.
Our neighbors next door, she's offered up her pool this go around. to have
Really?
baptisms in.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
so it'll be really good. Usually we have a hot tub, which I know a lot of people enjoy the hot tub.
Yeah.
But, a pool during summer,
You can't really beat that.
you can't. So very similar in a sense. You're outside. So once again, we're keeping with this camping thing.
Yeah.
We're all outside.
We're gonna have all the kids be like, I can't wait. I want to be baptized again. Like, no. We're not going swimming.
So that I'm just going to do that slight little plug in there because we'd love to have you. It's just a unique environment. It's not your traditional worship service that you go to. You're out under the stars. We light it up a little bit. It's in a sense an intimate place because you're kind of a lot closer. We'll probably actually even adjust how we've typically done that. Usually we do it at our facility. We have a little breezeway in a backyard that we have lights on. But the thought maybe be closer to the pool area.
Yeah.
So it could even be a little bit different there. Now, granted, that's weather permitting, and I believe God will protect us from that and allow us to have that service. But we'd love to have you on that.
That'd be really cool.
But anyway, let's hop back on over to Night of Healing and Worship.
Oh, no, I just want to say, put it on your calendar.
Yeah.
The Night of Healing Worship and Encounter.
Yes.
That is October 12th.
Yes.
I was just thinking, the one we had at Homecoming was phenomenal. It was awesome.
So good.
And so just really, I'm looking forward to that. Been praying, over that, and it's going to be a life-changing night.
Now, we've added a word to that.
We did.
It's usually Night of Healing and Worship.
Yeah.
But now we've added Encounter. So, you want to speak to why we added Encounter, or you want me to?
Well, I mean, I'll just say from Homecoming when we had it, we've seen people have healings. Obviously, the whole body, we worship together, but the encounter part, I think I encountered and had a life-changing moment at Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
There was one part. I'm a guitar player and singer on the worship team, but there was one moment that all I could do was I was on my knees in worship, and I was like, I just knew I was like, I don't need to play guitar right now. I don't need to sing, right now.
That's so cool.
And so I know for me that aspect of that additional aspect of it's okay to just let God minister to us as well as worship. We came, we worshiped. We came because we needed healing, but then it was like, hey, it was kind of like his time. Like it was like, hey, I want to talk with you.
Yeah. It's so good. It was laid on Pastor's heart that was an additional word to add on to those nights.
Yeah.
Is encounter. Now that's part of kind of our little slogan that we have here: encounter God, love people, change lives. But it didn't pull from that. And I think it's really important to have even worship leaders as yourself show moments like that. It really helps even continue to create that atmosphere of where God can encounter different people. You're looking up there and you're like, man, God's ministering to that worship leader.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool. It was, every one of those have been different. And that one it got to a place and then it just almost seemed like it took off in a completely different direction, which was really good. It was amazing. So I encourage you, that would be an amazing event to come and then join us with. It's just, Pastor probably says it on here. One of his favorite quotes is we had a different minister come in and says, I didn't know what to expect. I just didn't, I didn't expect that to happen or something in that case, right? I just didn't know what to, and that's the thing. You just come in, and the beauty of what our worship team does and pastor does is they're open to the leading of the Spirit.
Yeah.
And we don't get crazy, but we allow God, the Holy Spirit, to move the way he wants to move, which is so great.
Yeah. Amen. Well, if you're watching the podcast, we've got some really awesome set pieces here today. Usually, if you watch the podcast, sometimes we talk about it. That way our listeners can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about. We'll describe, what's in front of us. Pastor has an extensive collection of coffee grinders and coffee items, coffee things,
Machines.
Mustang cars, some Lego, others, different things. And so Pastor Eric has a real passion and passion for Lego, and I mean, you've got some really outstanding things, stuff that I've never seen before, like this. This thing right here essentially is like
a vending machine.
A vending machine.
Like a gumball vending machine, but for mini figures.
Yeah.
So think of like when you walk into a restaurant or something, you see those gumballs on the side and you pay 25 cents for one.
It looks, listeners, it looks just like it. It is a red gumball machine with a clear, globe casing. Yeah. And it even has, I need to show the camera. It has a coin. Let me get the coin. See, all right, so the camera. So you put the coin in. I don't know if you saw that. Coin's over here.
Yeah, he's putting it into the slot.
You have to kind of push it down
like
a little bit.
where you would put like 25 cents into.
So it's in there now.
And this is all made out of Lego, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. And so then you turn it, and hang on, you got to hear it.
That's a gumball coming out.
It sounded really cool on the mic, too. I'm not going to lie. So boom, there it is.
Yeah.
And it comes out, and you have
a little minifigure that's
a little minifigure inside of this.
18 different minifigures.
It's so cool.
It's really cool. One of my favorite sets.
That's
to build, and then I have nieces and nephews that come over, and they will just spend hours with this thing and other Lego sets that I'm okay with them playing with.
Yeah.
There's other ones that I'm a little bit protective on. But yeah, it's a newer one that came out a couple months ago. Absolutely love it.
It's how long would you say it took you to build this?
I would say about 6 hours.
Okay.
So
not as bad as I
for
thought.
me, almost per bag that comes through is about depending on the size of the Lego set. Usually takes me somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes per bag to build. And so that's how I can kind of base it off of that. I have some other larger sets that's taken me 22 to 24 hours to complete.
Yeah.
We got different sets up here. I'm big into, if you've watched The Office before, we've maybe even quoted it. It's far on our left side. It's the office itself. I have all the minifigures elsewhere.
It's the entire set. Yeah. I mean, it's the office set. So you have the conference room. You've got the boss's office. You've got reception, the bullpen.
So it's pretty cool. We have some Star Wars sets up here, some different scenes. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I really enjoy Scooby-Doo. And so Scooby-Doo, just to kind of give you some different backgrounds of different sets that we have up here, we got Haunted Mansion that they brought out. Now, Lego, what they do is after a while, they will do what they call retire a set. And when a set gets retired, that means they aren't going to produce it anymore. Or anything.
It reminds me of when Disney's like it's going into the vault.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from there, the only way to get that is if somebody else is selling theirs, or for some reason somebody has saved it and sold it to a third party. And so a lot of these sets actually go up in value. And so me getting into it early on, I love Scooby-Doo.
Your dog is named Scooby.
Yeah, he is, and has even a Scooby-Doo collar. And we have people that just get them like Scooby-Doo themed stuff. So we actually have a little case that's Scooby Snacks that we put Scooby Snacks in for them. So
that's cool.
It's pretty cool. Big fan of it. So had to get that set. Got a little starship up here, and this is kind of cool. For those that aren't very familiar with Lego and how it's grown into a place where a lot of adults now are getting into it as well. And there are sets out there that people really wish that they could have, but Lego hasn't made it, may never make it. And so a little terminology, I'll quit after this. It's called a mock.
Okay.
And what mocks are is you're making your own creation, MOC.
Yeah.
And so what I have up here is a starship from Star Wars. One of the Jedis was named Plo Koon.
Okay.
And they brought out a set with him, but it's a very small starship. And so you can go onto a website that will actually show you the different sets you can buy to create a larger scale model of it.
That's cool.
I have a mock-up here that's a starfighter that's in that would be his in the movies or animated series.
Yeah.
And then we have a scene from A New Hope.
Yep.
If you've ever watched that, the very first scene is Darth Vader entering into the Tantive. And so what I have here is a scene from that made out of Lego. So that's just a couple of the sets that I really enjoyed building and wanted to kind of show off a little bit. So
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nerdy when it comes to that.
So, so tying that back into, obviously our walk with God, God says, if you'll delight in him, that he will give you the desires of your heart.
Yep.
And that could be with anything. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever's important to you is important to God.
Yep.
And we've seen that. I mean, I've seen that in Pastor's life, seen it in your life, my life, that any of those kind of things that are important to you, God's like, I want to bless you on that.
Well, going right into that, Pastor encouraged us. This was probably about a year and a half ago, maybe right around there, maybe even a year. He said, he really start working your faith. It's better to work on faith on things that aren't necessary or like urgent that you have to have. So it preps you for those moments when you really have to work your faith.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I decided to do is like, God, I know I don't need this Lego set. There was a Lego set out there. It cost it cost more than, a cup of coffee, we'll just say.
Yeah.
It was a couple $100.
But less than a transmission for your vehicle.
Yeah. And so I was like, God, I don't care how long this takes, but I want to sow a seed and just believe that you'll bring in money anywhere, or if somebody wants to bless me with it. No one knew about it.
Yeah.
I printed it out. Thank God for it. Worked my faith. And I would say probably within 6 to 7 months, money came in just out of nowhere, blessing me to a place where it was enough to actually, this was out of our normal budget, came out of nowhere, people that I didn't even know, different ways of God opening opportunities for me to earn extra money to a place where I was able to get that Lego set. And it was just really cool to see me work my faith in that type of way in a place where it wasn't necessarily needed.
Yeah.
But it's now set that foundation, not just that, not getting a Lego set. I've done it with other things, but it's laid that foundation where it's gotten stronger and stronger. So when the battle comes, I am stronger and being more prepared to attack that and be ready for that battle. So it's really cool. And, it's really, honestly, it's a lot of fun to work your faith for something you want, but that it's not needed. And then when it comes in, it's just like, wow, this thing works.
That's right.
God's really good. So
Tell them about the story. So you and Pastor went up to Louisville, I guess, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And went to a Lego store.
Yeah, that was so. I guess I really stretched Pastor in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I do that, but I guess supposedly I do, and our staff does. But we went up to a mini conference, is kind of what I would call it. Dr. Barkley puts on this thing called Straight Talk to Ministers.
Yeah.
And so we went up there and kind of have the afternoon free before the first session. And we were less than a mile away from a third-party Lego store, which was known as Bricks and Minifigs. And he asked me, he goes, Pastor Eric, you want to go to Legoland? It's like, it's a little different than actual Legoland.
Yeah. It's like a theme park, yeah.
But we go over there. He walks in, and he was just like, I had no clue this is out here. and was just walking through and was just amazed at the different stuff that takes place. A lot of people they're like the parties that would actually have like retired sets, or they'll just have random minifigures or random builds that you can buy. And two really cool things happened there. I had actually been searching. Pastor, we have mentioned it earlier in the podcast. He has a lot of stuff. Loves to collect a lot of stuff. And I had been looking for a Mustang, a Lego Mustang to get him. And well, here they actually had that Lego Mustang, and he saw it and he was just like, "What?" And so,
is that the one that's over there?
Yes, yes. We'll have to show it. Maybe Pastor will show it on the next one. But it's a 1967 blue Mustang. And so it's really cool. We talked them
very cool.
into that. We actually added another set in and made a deal to get the prices lower a little bit. So we go on up, and I asked the clerk, I was like, "Hey, I'm usually the Lego guy." And so he has no clue about Lego. I was like, "But do you know what he does for a living?" And the lady was like, "Something techie." He was wearing his glasses. Honestly, he did look like someone techie, but he didn't know how to take it. And I was like, "It's a compliment." And so I was like, "No, he's actually our senior pastor." And she goes, "Oh, you go to church? You guys lead a church?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so we kind of told him it's down in Lexington. We were up in Louisville, and she goes, "Well, if you guys ever need it for your children's ministry, we have too much Lego. So if you want to bring some bins, we'll give you some Lego for free for your kids' ministry." And Pastor, thought I was, going to just shoot out of the room how excited I was. So we left there, and I actually took him to another place he had never been in before. And you may want to ask him next time he's on the podcast. We took him into a Dollar Tree, and that stretched him. There's a longer story behind that. I'm not going to get into that. That's his story, and it's a great testimony. So we go into the Dollar Tree, we buy a couple bins, go back on over.
And just real quick, so when they told me the story, because I've been to the Bricks and Minifigs in Lexington, and I've seen the like essentially Lego. It's just random pieces of just from everywhere, and we're talking like I would say like a small obviously viewers, if you're watching something no bigger than this that you could
maybe
fill
like
up
a foot tall.
Yeah, like a small receptacle of like a freezer bag worth of Legos. Mm-hmm. And people will buy those, or they'll go fill that up like a little baggie.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, that's nice. That they gave you guys a couple bags of Legos.
Think of maybe even like a bowl, like a cereal bowl.
Yeah,
of Lego.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's nice. Give you guys a couple bowls, or a couple things of some odd ends and pieces Legos.
Right.
So continue, because I was shocked when I saw their pictures. We go on back,
and we took them serious. Bring some bins. So we brought 2 bins, 10 gallons worth on each one. So we walked out there with 20 gallons worth of just random Legos.
I mean, totes, huge, trunk load.
It was awesome, it's really cool that the blessing just follows you anywhere. I get to experience it. God says God's very good to Pastor Jim and Elizabeth. I'm starting to quote that over Sarah and I. God's very good to Sarah and I. And it's not in a place of fleshly desire. It's more so, God, do what you want to do. Yeah. And he can use that heart. And as long as you have that heart, he's also somebody, Jason said it earlier, he wants to bless you. And there's moments that you live a blessed life for sure when you follow Jesus Christ and what he's asking you to do. And it was really cool. We had a really cool moment even that evening. I would say that whole trip, the only thing I expected was really the conference itself. I didn't know exactly what was going to take place during the conference, but I knew it was something towards ministers. So I was like, I can expect that. Everything else we did was so unexpected. And this would probably tie into a little bit of the ministry side of things at the end. I know we're probably getting a little close to time.
Yeah, I think we're wrapping up. Yeah.
Okay. And so after the first session, they only do one session the night before because people are traveling in. And Pastor turned to me, he's like, where do you want to go eat? And whether I knew it or not, he actually had it. I gave him a couple options, and he felt led actually to go to this place called Parlor Pizza and Bar, I think, up in Louisville somewhere. Because we also had a hankering for pizza. So we drive on over there. We walk on in, and we have this young lady that approaches our table that's going to be our server. And you knew it was already going to be fun because she walks up and goes, "What's up, ladies?" And I'll be honest, it caught me off guard. But Pastor was like, this is our type of because, it's the jokey side of things. Yeah, I'm all for that. I am. Yeah. It just caught me off guard. And she was very sweet, very encouraging, helped Pastor figure out, surprised me, got him a great pizza that he wanted. I think it was a honey pepperoni pizza.
Well, he tries some interesting stuff.
Does. I'll be honest, though, it was really good.
Was it good?
I was like, man, I made the wrong decision. I got a chicken bacon ranch pizza, and then when I tried a slice of his, I was just like, have you ever had that moment where you've tried somebody else's and you're like, I got the wrong thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what happened to me there. But anyway, it was really cool because one of my prayers that I do when I'm on my walk or just in my prayer time is, God, I want you to be able to utilize me however you see fit. Whatever can help further your kingdom or anything like that, I want you to be able to trust me in moments. And so I would like to say I'm in those beginning grounds of God will give me something here or there and see if I'm going to be faithful. Yeah. And the first time this waitress came up, there was something inside me stirring of, hey, you should ask her if she needs prayer. And it's like, no, that's a fleshly thing. That's just something I want to happen. I don't want that. So I was asking God, I was like, is that you? She walks away. She comes up a second time. That same thing rises up. You should ask her if she needs prayer. And mind you, this girl's super excited, fun. You wouldn't guess nothing is going on in her life. And so finally, the third time she comes up with our food, that same thing rises up in me. And before she leaves, I ask her, I was like, hey, I'm not sure why, but I feel led to ask you if you need prayer for anything. And she just, all of a sudden, you can just see her from here and just, I know you can't see me, but it's like total, I don't know, it's not I guess it's decompressed, just exhales and just relaxes for a second and goes, you know what, I really could use prayer. And we're like, what? And she just starts pouring her life out to us. There was a healing she needed. I don't want to get into details because some of it's very sensitive. She's having to go to court. She's having to pay her way on a lot of things. And it was a great time. Pastor's like, hey, we're going to pray for what you're having pain for. And you'll notice here in a bit that pain's going to go away. And you're going to be like, where'd it go? Because we believe, and I thoroughly believe, we have a healing God, and it's a healing for today. And so we prayed for her for that, and then prayed over her current situation and what's going on, and just let her know, hey, our God is good. Yeah. We're here to love you. It was really cool. A year ago, Pastor introduced these little keychain QR codes to the staff.
Oh, I love those.
It's pretty much a virtual business card for us.
Yeah.
So she comes back the last time, I was like, hey, I want you to scan this. And if you need prayer or anything, we just love to pray for you. We aren't looking for you to come down and be a part of, we'd love it to.
Yeah.
But we just want to be here to just show you how good our God is. And best thing out of it all, I believe, is at least we've left a nugget in her mind of, hey, there is a God out there that truly loves me. Whatever experiences she has, and that there were people out there that are living and walking the life God's asking us to do. And so it was really cool. It's once again confirmation for me because I'm trying to be more open to that.
Yeah.
And it was, I would have never guessed everything she was dealing with and needed prayer over. And just by the leading of the Holy Spirit and being obedient, it was amazing what type of divine interaction we had right there with her. And so still praying for it. If you watch our podcast, I apologize. I think it was Angelina or something like that. I think she went by Lena maybe. I may have butchered that, but if you watch this, just know you have a church here, you have a pastor, you have a couple pastors here praying for you. We'd love to hear from you. If not, just know our listeners, our people that are watching, we are praying for her. We continue to.
And if you have prayer requests, you can send them to us. You can send them on Instagram at CoffeeWPastor. You can send them to Pastor Jim at Jim Schreiner Ministries. You can call or message.
Go on our website.
Go on our website, gracefellowshiplex.org. If you have something, you have a need, a prayer request, let us know. We'd love to pray for you.
Yes. That's our heart, is to just love other people, and how we're able to express that love is the love of Jesus Christ to everybody. And so whether it's prayer, whether it's just even a counseling session or just an ear to hear, we'd love to be here for you.
That's right, because we're about changing lives,
encountering God,
changing lives,
loving people, changing lives.
That's it. One more time from Pastor Eric.
Here we go. Encountering God, loving people, and changing lives.
Amen. All right. Thank you all. We'll see you next week.
Yes. Be blessed.